Today we're going to be talking about Marinemat, how to install it without screwing it up, and what to use. Your basic rubbing alcohol and a microfiber towel. So the first thing you want to do is you want to wipe down your areas that you were going to lay the Marinemat down on. Usually I do one at a time, so because you never know you're going to get dust on it. So we'll just start here on the center. And I'm going to show you a little tip and trick on how to lay this stuff down without putting the whole thing down and then have to rip it up and taking a chance of damaging it. We'll let that air off a bit. So when you do this Marinemat, you want to take maybe a quarter of the peeling off the back. And you just want to fold it down like that. That way you can get this top part lined up, and if you need to pull it off and do some adjustments on it, it's not that difficult. You still got the adhesive that's going to work for you. If you do lose any of the adhesive on it, just take a heat gun, heat it up a little bit. If you don't have that, just use a hairdryer. So this is the best way to just line up. We're going to start with that one piece. We'll layer down. Alright, so there we go. We got it lined up. Looks pretty good. Once you know you're in a good position to put the rest down, you go ahead and hold that back spot, and you're just going to go ahead and pull the rest of the back right up. And it should just fall right into place for you. And if not, just pull it up a little bit. You can readjust it like I'm having to do right now. With the adhesive on the back, it usually takes just a few minutes for it to cure. But just put a little bit of pressure on there. I usually do my knuckles. Alright guys, so when you got that laid down, you get that first little part of it in there. You just want to keep your hand on it, lift the rest up, pull it back, don't let it down real quick yet. You just want to come down and you want to make sure you do have everything else lined up. But for the most part, like I said before, it should line right up for you. Apply a real good amount of firm pressure on the mat. Just run your hand along it. And you want to take your fingertip too and just run on these corners on the outside color. You do need to get some pressure on there to get that adhesive to just stick down on the material of the kayak. Give it a good amount of pressure all the way around. Got this front laid down, but I want to show you what I'm talking about when you're laying down these edges with this Marinemat, because if you don't get those edges down, it can peel back real easy. So if you see right here how we don't have that all the way laid down with the adhesive touching the material, that will make the lifespan of this Marinemat very short. So make sure you got all of that up. Slide this out and let the rest of it fall in place. Always start with the high points and work your way down to the low points. That way you don't hit any ripples. Everything lays nice and flat. Like I said before, if you guys are having a hard time getting this stuff to lay down, get a heat gun, put it in this low position, and go through it about maybe 20-25 seconds, blow some decent low heat in between there and the material, lay it back down, apply some nice pressure, should be good to go. Okay, halfway done, almost beer time. These are going to be our extra pieces. We're going to have a few in here with this kit. Marinemat normally does that with any kit that you buy, with the Pro Anglers, the Outback, the Compass. I mean, I know for a fact that you get a bunch of extra pieces. What I did with mine is I actually put them inside the hatch on the inside of the kayak. That way, if I ever want to open up my hatch, I want to drop any of my lure boxes down in there, it's not going to make a whole lot of banging or racket noise. And with those mats down the side, it'll keep it from sliding around. So if you guys do have any questions about any type of installs on anything with the kayaks, I mean, you're talking FPV batteries, lithium batteries, fish finders, LED lights, yada yada yada, leave me a comment at the bottom. I'll get back to you. Alright guys, so with this piece, same thing. You want to fold that down just a little bit. You want to start with the top part that has all the curvature and the connection. Let the two at the bottom hang, that way you can realign it if you're off a little bit. Or you can do one at a time, do the left and do the right, or vice versa. Alright, so we got the two final pieces. Alright, last piece. That's the Marinemat logo. So now you know who makes it. Alright, so that's it. We put the bungee cord foot back on. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming out and checking out the channel on our little tutorial on how to lay down some of that Marinemat. Just remember those few tips that I said. You want to use the rubbing alcohol, get a microfiber towel. If it's not sticking the way it should be with the adhesive on the back of the Marinemat, just get yourself a heat gun, heat it up a little in between the material of the kayak and the mat, lay it down, put some nice firm pressure on it to get it to stick. And when you're laying that down, only fold a quarter of that back. Get it nice and lined up. That way you're not pulling the whole piece off, trying to readjust it, and you're losing that adhesive on there. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comment box. Like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching the video today. We'll see you guys on the next video.